Hello everyone, and welcome in to the Dead by Daylight PTB, where we have a killer with 3 new teachable perks. Hex Pentamenta. You reveal the true power of totems hidden within their remains. You see the aura of destroyed totems. You can perform a ritual on a destroyed totem to resurrect it as a rekindled totem. The more rekindled totems that exist, the greater the effects. 1 rekindled totem reduces survival repair speed by 30%. 2 reduces survival healing speed by 30%. 3 reduces survival recovery speed by 30%. 4 reduces exit gate opening speed by 30%. And 5 means all totems are blocked by the entity. When a rekindled totem is removed, the remains are consumed by the entity. So, for those of you who are curious, this is probably the best perk that she came in with, but I still think it is very good, or one of her other perks. This is probably one of the best perks that she has, and it is a very strong perk. I mean, 1 rekindled totem will reduce survival repair speeds by 30%. If you mix this with hex perks and cause them to have to cleanse, this would do a lot of good. Or you put kind of like almost a dichotomy of, if you don't cleanse, yeah, they're gonna have to worry about something else, like say, as much as they hate it, this perk actually mixes a lot well with no-ed. But that being said, we do live in a boon totem society, so they're not going to cleanse totems as much as just boon them, but they do usually still cleanse some bones, even when they boon some. So I think it's still possible to get the first one up, which is probably one of the strongest things. Definitely the strongest base slowdown perk in the game. Just for like passive slow. That being said, her next perk, Grim Embrace. I actually misunderstood this perk when I first read it, and I thought it was a lot better than it is. It is actually crap. Each time a survivor is hooked for the first time, you gain a token. Upon reaching 4 tokens, all generators are blocked for 30 seconds, and you see the obsession draw for 4 seconds. I thought this happened multiple times in a trial. It was just every time you hook someone. Not every time you first hook someone. So this book is actually horrible. I thought this gave you a minute of game delay throughout the game. It only gives you 30 seconds. It's way worse than I thought. Honestly, way worse. And Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, I think, is actually really good. Now with Scourge Hook Pain Resonance, overwhelming pain reverberates outwards into chaos. At the start of the trial, up to 4 random hooks are chained to Scourge Hooks. You see the auras in white. Anytime the survivor is hooked on a Scourge Hook, the generator with the most progress explodes. Instantly there's like 15% progress and you start to regress. Survivors repairing the generator will scream, revealing their location. I think this perk, mixed with Pop Goes the Weasel, is incredibly strong. I think on its own, this perk isn't quite... it isn't quite a full regression perk on its own. I think this is actually a pretty damn consistent perk, and I think it is going to be a very good perk that sees itself in the meta. As long as you can make it to a Scourge Hook. It is high risk, high reward. But I think this perk could actually be pretty damn good. That being said, I don't think it's better than any perk you bring like Pop or Ruin or anything like that, just because it is RNG based, but it is kind of nice that it's a mini Pop and delivered to the gen that needs it. So if you mix this with, say, like Surge, Eruption, Pop, Scourge Hook, Pain Resonance, you can get a lot of gen regression. I think that could be a possible build on a killer that does a lot of M1 kills. That's an interesting, not even that would be strong, just an interesting one. But that is our 3 perks for our killer. Now we switch to the survivor. And this is Jonah Vasquez. I hope I pronounced that right. He comes in with 3 of his own perks. Yeah, here we go. First one is Overcome. You calculate how much energy you can risk to expend. When you're injured, you retain movement speed bonus for 2 seconds longer. Okay, This perk is probably... It's an exhaustion perk, so it's good. It's going to be high tier. It needs to be meta. But I think this is probably one of the worst exhaustion perks we actually have in the game. And that's because of two reasons. First off, when you are injured, you retain the movement speed bonus for 2 seconds longer. So every time you're injured, including when you're put into the dying state, you get exhausted. If you were not already. This will give you a movement speed bonus for an extra 2 seconds when you hit though, and that's actually really good. But the fact of the matter is, this exhaustion perk doesn't help you when you're injured. Any other exhaustion perk in the game does something for you when you're injured, and one perk, Dead Hard, only does something for you when you're injured. This perk only does something for you when you're healthy. And it has the same issue of the fact that Dead Hard is countered by insta-down killers. If you're healthy and they're an insta-down killer, you won't be able to use your Dead Hard. If you're healthy and you get hit by an insta-down killer, you're not going to be able to use Overcome, and you're actually going to get exhausted by it, even though you get no actual true value out of it. I don't think this perk is actually as good as you would first think, but it does work in with the whole W meta that we have of just take a hit and run to the other side of the map, which is the only reason why I think this perk is even a viable exhaustion perk. Boon Exponential is basically Boon Unbreakable. You get 100% recovery speed, and you can completely recover from the dying state. And you know what? It's strong. Mix this with like Boon, two other Boon perks and like Dead Hard, and you're gonna have a pretty strong build, honestly. But that's only if you're near your totem. And you know what? This can be a good perk and force the killer to have to commit to hooks. If they know that you have this and just don't know where your Boon is. Or if they don't know you have this, but like people keep picking themselves up through other like means as well. Honestly, or not through other means, but through the means of this, and they don't realize that. I think this is a not horrible perk. But it is definitely a situation with the fact that it requires the killer to slug, which is why I don't like Unbreakable, but it is still going to be a meta perk. Then we have Corrective Action. And I don't understand this perk's point. You start the trial with 3 tokens and gain a token up to a maximum of 5 for every great skill check. When a survivor fails a skill check while cooperating with you, 1 token is consumed and their skill check becomes a good skill check. This is a perk that is meant for new players, but it's not meant for you to be a new player. You need to hit great skill checks to get a token to help the new player you're playing with hit their skill checks. This is a perk that is meant for a good player playing with a new player. And that is a weird option. That is a very weird option. Actually, it is a horrible perk. And it's so weird that we have a perk designed to be used by a good player for playing with a new player. It seems weird. Boon Exponential, again, it just really requires being slugged. These are the 6 perks we got with. I personally think that Killer had a really good set of perks. I think that 2 of the 3 perks are going to see a lot of use, and I think that you're not going to see anyone use Grim Embrace. But you're going to see, I think you're going to see a lot of the other 2 perks. I think they are high tier perks, honestly. And I think that Overcome is an exhaust perk that has its usage, but I still think it's one of the worst. Anyways, that's it. I'm going to do a video on later, more on the Thursday, Friday area, just because of the fact that I am going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be tonight, basically, but tomorrow I'm going to be streaming a live stream, and I'll be testing out like the killer and survivor and stuff, and I'll give you guys my opinion on the map and the killer then in that video. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and hopefully this video worked out.